Alexander Armstrong, and welcome to Pointless, the show where we are always striving to find the most obscure answers. Let's meet today's players. And couple number one.
My name is Mike, and this is my father, Bob. I'm from Fareham in Hampshire, and he lives in New Inn in South Wales.
Couple number two.
Hi, my name's Ellen, this is my friend Amelia, and we both live in London.
Couple number three.
Hi, I'm Michael, this is my fiancée Scott, and we're from Glasgow.
And finally, couple number four.
Hi, I'm Julia, this is Tiffany, and we're sisters from Surrey.
And these are today's contestants. Thank you very much, all of you. Very warm welcome to Pointless. Wonderful to have you here. That just leaves one more person for me to introduce. A classy Italian playmaker here to show glimpses of brilliance before being shipped back to Lazio on loan. It's my Pointless friend, it's Richard.
Hiya. Good afternoon, everybody. Hiya. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Now, we've got two returning pairs. Amelia and Ellen got through to the head-to-head last time, which is
They
very,
were
very
good.
impressive. They were very good, weren't they? It was a good head-to-head as well, wasn't it?
It was a good head.
Very high quality. Julia and Tiffany, they might be good, but we don't know yet because they got knocked out in round one. We glimpsed greatness.
We did.
We glimpsed it. We need to see a little bit more of it this time. Now, the head-to-head was against Stephen and John. Now, they were another father and son team, like we have Mike and Bob here on podium one. You have got a lot to live up to if you want to match Stephen and John.
It's hard to put a price, a value on that father-son relationship, but we can do that, can't we?
Oh, let us know what that price was.
£2,500.
Yeah, they took it home, didn't they?
Amazing.
I mean, Mike and Bob, no pressure, but lovely to see the bond between those two.
Lovely to see the bond.
Wasn't it? You could really, you could tell.
Anyway, yes. They won the jackpot last time, by the way, so that means today's jackpot is starting off back at £1,000, which is there. There it is. Right, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. Just remember, it's the pair with the highest score at the end of each round that gets eliminated, so scores as low as you dare. Best of luck to all four pairs. Our first category this afternoon is Music Awards. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and our question concerns hosts of the Brit Awards. Richard.
We are going to show you 16 pictures now of people who've hosted or co-hosted the Brit Awards since it began in 1977. Can you identify the most obscure of these people, please?
Thank you very much indeed. So, an image is going to go up with 16 faces on it. We're going to keep that image up for the whole round. That won't be changing halfway through the round. Just name anybody who appears on this image. They've all hosted the Brit Awards, and here they come. There we are. OK, Bob, welcome to Pointless. Lovely to have you here. Tell us all about yourself, Bob.
Well, I'm retired, but my great love was always cricket. So I'm chairman of Wales County Cricket Club, and we bring on youngsters to try and make them fit for the first-class game.
How long have you been doing that?
I've been chairman for about 5 years. I was secretary before. But I played till I was 65, and I got my pension and gave up.
Very good indeed. Bob, who would you like to go for on this board?
I'll go for the, on the number 2 on the top line, David Jacobs.
David Jacobs, says Bob. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said David Jacobs. It is David Jacobs. That's a good answer. Down. That goes to 1. What a start. Very well done indeed, Bob. David Jacobs.
That's a brilliant start, Bob. Very well played, dear. He hosted in 1982, David Jacobs. I'm assuming it was a very different sort of ceremony back then.
I would imagine so.
Yeah.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Ellen, welcome back.
Thank you.
Remind us all about yourself, Ellen.
So my name's Ellen. I'm originally from Coleraine in County Derry, but I've been living in London now, where I work as a doctor. I'm actually currently on maternity leave. But other than that, I'm normally a specialist in sexual health and HIV medicine.
And what are your interests, Ellen?
Prior to the last few months, I used to like to travel, so I've travelled quite a bit across the world, to lots of different continents. I also used to very much enjoy going out for dinner, going out for drinks. I used to go to the cinema an awful lot.
No, these things will all come back, Ellen.
It'll all come back.
They'll all come back.
Yeah.
Lovely. What are you going to go for on our board here?
I know quite a few of them, but I'm trying to think of a bit more obscure. Is it Emma Willis beside on the bottom row?
I'm not going to... I love the way you ask me. What do you want me to say? Oh, no, it's not. No, have another go.
Well, we'll find out.
Let's find out. Is it Emma Willis in the bottom row? It is Emma Willis. 1 is the only score we have at the moment. 30 is what you score for Emma Willis.
Well played, Ellen. It's a very good answer. And can I commend you on stopping yourself saying who she was next to on the bottom row, which is something you and I often do. But
I would have given both of them.
That's how it's done, isn't it?
That's how it's done. Thank you very much indeed, Richard Scott. A very warm welcome to Point. It's great to have you from Glasgow. Tell us all about yourself, Scott.
Yes, originally from Bangor, County down Northern Ireland, but I live in Glasgow now. I'm a works coordinator for a building company.
And when you're not doing that, Scott, what do you like to get up to?
I enjoy doing a bit of karaoke at the weekend.
Do you have your favourite song?
I do like the Gary Barlow "Let Me Go" song. That's probably my token tune. I didn't actually start doing karaoke until I met Michael 6 years ago, and it's not a night out until there's karaoke involved.
OK, so, Scott, who are you going to go for on our board here?
I'd probably say Zoe Ball. Third one down.
Go for Zoe Ball. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Zoe Ball. Zoe Ball is right. 1 is our low score, 30 is our high. There's 47 for Zoe Ball.
Co-hosted in 2002 with Frank Skinner, who's
Nice.
not on the board,
Nice.
so I can say it.
Nice new tactic you got there.
Thank you very much.
Julia, welcome back. Remind us all about yourself, Julia.
I'm a reward consultant, so I advise companies on what they should be paying, different salaries and.
What's
different
the sort of bottom level of reward? Bar of
roles.
chocolate.
Really depends what you're doing, but we've got to beat the national minimum wage, of course, and then it can be anything up to 7 or 8 figures. Yeah.
OK.
Or 9 figures.
Or no.
Or
Could be
Think of
9.
yourself,
Could
Richard.
be.
No,
Or just use of the executive kitchen. Or,
Indeed.
you know, these are important rewards. Julia, who are you going to go for on our board?
I think Kat Deely.
Kat Deely, says Julia. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Kat Deely. Kat Deely's right. 47 the high score, 1 the low, you pass the high. 28 is where you end up with Kat Deely.
Yeah, hosted in 2004 alongside Esther Ranson. Not really Esther Ranson.
Should have been Snoop Dogg.
Oh,
Be nice, wouldn't it?
Cat and dog.
Cat and dog. Nice.
That's better.
Nice.
That's much better. Alongside Snoop Dogg. Not really.
That's good. That's a good joke.
Thank you. Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
Thanks very much. We're halfway through the round already. Where did that half round go?
I know, right?
Unbelievable. Like
Yeah.
that it was. 1 is where we find Bob and Mike. Very well done indeed. 28 is where we find Julia and Tiffany. Then 30 is where we find Ellen and Amelia. Then 47, Scott and Michael. A little bit ahead there, but not wildly ahead. Michael, easily rectifiable. I think you can do that with a nice low-scoring answer. I hope you've got one. Good luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, Tiffany, welcome back.
Thank you.
Remind us all about yourself, Tiffany.
I'm an artist and a mum of 2, and that's basically my life, and a husband as well.
Fantastic. Oh, God, he
Yeah,
just made it in there.
I should be in trouble for that now.
We talked a little bit about your art last
Yes,
time,
yes.
and you said cubist with a bit of figurative,
Yeah,
sort of figurative
cubist,
edge.
but you can still, it's like
You
all
can
the,
see
all
what
the
it
eyes are in the
is.
right place.
That's all good.
So that's my thing.
Do you do landscapes?
I do.
Do you sit out in all weathers with an easel?
I have done that, yes.
Do lots of people come up and look over your shoulder?
Yes, they
and
do.
go,
Yeah. It's, you can't necessarily see them, but you can feel the presence,
Oh,
and you're
I
like,
bet
I better do something really good now. Don't muck it up.
Have you ever done a little brush stroke and drawn applause? Be nice, wouldn't it?
Well, I used to do demos in front of lots of people,
Yeah.
so I'd have to stand up there and do a painting in like 2 hours.
Wow.
And talk, and
Pressure.
it was quite.
Did it always go well?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah,
of
of
course.
course.
It did. Now, Tiffany, there you are. You're on
Yes.
28. You have to score 18 or less at this early stage.
Okay.
What are you going to go for?
Right, there's a few on there I know, and I'm really hoping I don't muck this up. RuPaul.
RuPaul says, Tiffany, here is your red line. Can you get near that red line with RuPaul? Let's find out. RuPaul is right. It's a good answer. Down it goes to 23. I think you've done enough there. That takes your total up to 51.
It's another lovely answer. He hosted in 1994 alongside Elton John.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Michael, welcome to Pointless. Tell us all about yourself.
I'm a travel consultant in Glasgow, so I focus on kind of long-haul, tailor-made trips, multi-stops around the world, things like that.
You see, now that's fun.
Yeah.
That's fun. So people come in and they tell you roughly where they want to go, or they tell you precisely where they want to go, but roughly what they want to do.
Yeah, most of the time. Sometimes you do get a lot of people who come in and sit down and tell you how much money they have, but they've no idea what they want to do with it, so you just have to have a chat with them, find out what they like, what they dislike,
nice.
and then suggest. Yeah.
So what are the first things you ask someone if they're doing a bespoke holiday and they don't know where they want to go?
Well, I ask where they've been before, what they liked about the last place, what they didn't
Do they
like.
have pictures
yeah.
of this sort of holiday?
Yeah.
We'd like a place a bit like this.
From the brochure, yeah, pretty much.
That's
yeah.
fun. And you just put together... Did they send you postcards over?
They do, yeah, postcards, fridge magnets, bring back souvenirs. It's quite nice.
Very nice. OK, now, Michael, 47's your score at the moment. But ideally, we're looking for a score of 3 or less.
So the ones that I know up there, I think, are all going to be high scorers. So the one that I'm not, to be honest, entirely sure about, but at this point I need something lower, I'm going to go for Johnny Vaughan.
Johnny Vaughan, says Michael. Let's see if that is Johnny Vaughan. Here's your red line. Can you get below that with Johnny Vaughan? Let's find out. It's right. Oh, that's good. Look at that. Down it goes to 12. Very well done indeed. 59 is your total.
That's a very good answer. Yeah, hosted in 1999, Johnny Vaughan. One of the few geniuses amongst the broadcasters of his generation. Absolutely brilliant.
Total genius, yeah. Thank you, Richard. Amelia. Amelia, remind us all about yourself.
So I'm a human rights consultant working with companies on human rights. I've got a 2-year-old daughter, and I enjoy rugby.
You enjoy rugby. Do you watch? Do you play?
I steward at Twickenham.
You steward at Twickenham?
Yes.
An honorary steward?
Yes, so spare
What's the
time.
difference between a steward and an honorary steward?
You're not paid as an honorary steward, so you just do it for fun.
See, that's nice. And do you do it with friends?
I do it with my husband, my brother-in-law and my father-in-law.
See, that's fun. Basically, you get to a free rugby game.
Yes, that's
as often
right.
as you want. That's rather nice.
We get the odd concert as well. So I've
honorary steward.
stewarded Metallica and Eminem as well. It's really good
that's
fun.
OK, yeah. Very good indeed. OK, now, Amelia, 30 is where you are at the moment. We need a score of 28 or less from you.
I think, like the others, the ones I know are all going to be quite high-scoring, but I'm going to try Jack Whitehall.
Jack Whitehall, says Amelia. Here is your red line. Can you get below that with Jack Whitehall? Let's find out. That's right. 52 takes your total up to 82.
Yeah, bang up to date. Hosted in 2018 and 2019, Jack Whitehall, which might explain the score.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Mike, welcome.
Thank you.
Tell us all about yourself, Mike.
So I'm a primary school head teacher down in Fareham in Hampshire is where I live. So I've been head teacher now for 6 years and teaching for 24.
Very nice. And Fareham, that's a nice place to be. Yeah. And when the term comes to its end, what do you like to get up to?
Just rescued a greyhound, so an ex-racing greyhound. So we're currently, my wife and I are breaking the greyhound in, I suppose is the right phrase.
Yeah, break it down, maybe. Yeah, not bring it down, that sounds awful. I mean, domesticating.
Exactly, that's exactly right.
That's it. But I mean, quite exhilarating to have a dog that can run that fast.
Yeah. We can't let her off the lead yet because obviously got to train the recall training, which is proving to be a little difficult.
How's that going?
It's going pretty well, I have to say.
Do you use a clicker?
No, we're just a lot of treats.
A lot of bits of sausage?
Yeah, well, for the dog, mainly.
Yeah. Now, Mike, you're on 1. If you can score 80 or less, you are into round 2.
OK.
If you fancied it, you could talk us through the board.
Well, like everybody else has said, a lot of high scorers in there, I think. Sam Fox, I can see Davina McCall, Kylie Minogue, Russell Brand, Dermot O'Leary, James Corden. I think Michael Aspel in the top corner. But I think I'm going to go fairly comfortably. I'm going to say Sam Fox.
Sam Fox says, Mike, here's your red line. Can you get below that red line with Sam Fox? Let's find out. There we are. Well done. With room to spare, down to 33, taking your total up to 34. Very well done. Lowest total of the round.
Yeah, one of the most famous presentations of the Brit Awards, her and Mick Fleetwood.
Oh, yes.
Went very badly wrong. Not entirely their fault. The auto cue broke down. They're given the wrong cards. Neither of them is a live television presenter, and it's very hard to do live TV. Yeah, it was pre-recorded for the next 18 years because of that. That's when you know you've done a bad job. Isn't it? Shall we fill the rest of these in? Mike, you did a very nice job there. It is Michael Aspel, top left. You would have scored 33. The next one on the top.
Lovely, Tim Rice.
Wonderful, Sir Tim Rice. Good scorer, actually, 13 points for that. Next row down.
Struggling with that.
Kathy McGowan.
Kathy McGowan.
1 point. Very well done if you said Kathy McGowan. Then it is Davina. She would have scored you 40. Russell Brand would have scored you 67. Kylie would have scored you 65. And then James Corden would have scored 73. And quite a low score for Dermot. Perhaps it's not the most Dermot O'Leary-looking photo of him of all time.
Maybe.
He scores 37 points. So the best answer on the board, well, there's two best answers on the board. Kathy McGowan is one of them, and Bob David Jacobs is the other one. Best answer you could have done.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Well, we find ourselves at the end of the first round, which means we have to say goodbye to one of our pairs. Oh, Amelia and Ellen, you were our head-to-headers last time.
Oh.
I honestly was picturing you being carried shoulder high from the studio with the trophy held aloft. And I'm afraid it's
not to be.
Not to be. I'm so sorry. Amelia and Ellen, it's been lovely having you here. Thank you so much for playing. Amelia and Ellen. But for the remaining three pairs, it's now time for round two. Well done, everybody. We made it through to round two. Very impressive on the near podium. Bob, lowest individual score of 1 there. Bob and Mike, our lowest combined score. But well done, everyone. Great to have you with us. Best of luck. Our category for round two today is the natural world. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns animal, vegetable or mineral.
On each board, there will be 6 questions, the answers to all of which will be an animal, a vegetable or a mineral. We'll give you the initials of the answer as well, but can you give us the most obscure of them? 12 in all to have a go at home. Good luck.
OK, fun. Let's reveal our board of clues. Here it comes, 6 of them. Mammal with a shell-like covering, a species of which is a symbol of the US state of Texas. A. Dark red or purple vegetable, often used to create the soup borscht. B. In powder form, this is a main component of plaster of Paris. G. An Italian variety of vegetable with the literal translation black cabbage. CN. A member of the pigeon family with British species that include rock and turtle. D. And Maris piper, Charlotte and Desiree are varieties of this common vegetable. P. I'll read all those clues again. Mammal with a shell-like covering, a species of which is a symbol of the US state of Texas. Dark red or purple vegetable, often used to create the soup borscht. In powder form, this is a main component of plaster of Paris. An Italian variety of vegetable with the literal translation of black cabbage. A member of the pigeon family with British species that include rock and turtle. And Maris piper, Charlotte and Desiree are varieties of this common vegetable. There we are, Mike.
OK. Right. I think I'll go for the Italian variety of vegetable, and that's Cavolo Nero.
Cavolo Nero, says Mike. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Cavolo Nero. It's right. Oh, and down that goes to 7. Very well done indeed, Mike. 7 for Cavolo Nero.
What a performance we're having so far on podium 1. Yeah, it's a type of kale, Cavolo Nero. One of the names of it is dinosaur kale, which, if I was branding it, I would call it dinosaur kale, I think. Because kids would like that.
They would. The water, if you've boiled Cavolo Nero, pours off black.
Really?
It's very exciting.
Like dinosaur water?
Like dinosaur water would.
Yeah. But if you said you were having fish fingers, potato waffles and dinosaur kale, come on.
Come on. Thank you very much indeed. OK, now, Michael.
I think I will go with the component of plaster of Paris and say glue.
Glue. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said glue. No.
Sorry.
Not glue, I'm afraid. That scores you 100 points.
It is not glue. I'll give you all the correct answers at the end of the pass.
Thank you very much indeed. Now then, Tiffany.
Yes.
It is now the end of the pass. Well, all but the end of the pass, which means you can talk us through that board.
I'll do my best if I can.
Do it.
OK. Top one is armadillo. I don't know I have to say it like that, sorry. Next one is beetroot. Is it gesso? I'm not entirely sure if it's gesso or not, but so. Doves and potatoes. I'm going to play it a bit safe. I'm going to go armadillo.
Armadillo. Armadillo. You didn't say it the proper way, though.
Armadillo.
Thank you very much. Let's see how many of our 100 people said armadillo. It is armadillo.
OK.
Goes down to 48. Not bad.
Yeah, it's a good answer. They're native to Taunton, the armadillo. So armadillo.
That's why I went to university.
So it did you?
I did.
That's the right way to say it, though.
Yeah, it's fine.
Armadillo. Right? Lovely armadillo and a wallaby. That's where they're from. 48 points for that. Now, let's leave plaster of Paris for a moment. The dark red or purple vegetable is...
Beetroot.
Beetroot. That would have scored 64. You're right about doves and potatoes. That's a delicacy in some countries. Doves would have scored you 76, and the potato would have scored you 95.
That's impressive.
It's a big old score. But in powder form, it's not glue.
Gypsum.
Gypsum. 31 points for gypsum. So Cavallo Nero, best answer on the board, mate. Well played.
Again, they're so good at first podium, aren't they? Father-son, you see. It's the
Yeah,
chemistry.
I know. Listen,
the
we
chemistry.
said they had a lot to live up to. You've already done it. It's cleared. You're done. Don't worry.
They're done. Once again, we're halfway through the round.
Yes.
Shall I nip in, do a quick recap of scores?
Well, or why don't you say to people at home, there's the scores, and we just move straight on.
There's the scores. Basically, Mike and Bob doing brilliantly. Tiffany and Julia doing pretty well. Michael and Scott, currently a disaster, but luckily we've got Scott to come. Anything could happen. Best of luck. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, let's put 6 more clues up on the board. All of these things are animals, vegetables, or indeed minerals. Here they come. This gemstone, typically blue in colour, is a variety of the mineral corundum, S. Edible tuber, also known as sunchoke, Ja. Originating from the Greek, meaning to write, this mineral is often used in pencils, G. A great ape with ginger hair found on the islands of Sumatra and Borneo, OU. These maize kernels grow on the cob, protected by stringy husks, S, and generally regarded as virtually worthless. This mineral is informally known as fool's gold, P. I'll read those again. This gemstone, typically blue in colour, is a variety of the mineral corundum. Edible tuber, also known as sunchoke. Originating from the Greek, meaning to write, this mineral is often used in pencils. A great ape with ginger hair found on the islands of Sumatra and Borneo. These maize kernels grow on the cob, protected by stringy husks. Generally regarded as virtually worthless, this mineral is informally known as fool's gold. Julia.
Okay.
48. Your score at the moment, 51 or less, gets you into the head-to-head.
OK, I'll go for the edible tuber, Jerusalem artichoke.
Jerusalem artichoke, says Julia. Here is your red line. Can you get below that with Jerusalem artichoke? It's right. And you're into the head-to-head. Very well done indeed. 34. Takes your total up to 82.
Yes, not from Jerusalem and not an artichoke. It's a variety of sunflower.
Really?
Yeah.
That surprised me.
How about that?
Yeah.
And it's from Yeovil.
Jerusalem artichoke.
Artichoke. Artichoke. That's how you properly pronounce it.
Yeah. It's nice to hear it said properly.
That's lovely, isn't it?
Thank you. Now, Scott. Now, you know what you have to do. Nice low score from you. Ideally, you would score 6 or less just to keep the story alive.
I'm struggling with this round, to be honest. I don't know any of them. gemstone, mineral corundum, silver.
OK, you're going to go for silver for the top one. No red line for you. You're currently the high scorers. Let's see what happens when we say silver. No bad luck, Scott. I'm afraid another 100 points takes your total up to 200.
That's when you can tell you're in a good partnership, is when you get 100 and your partner immediately goes, I know all of them, but I don't want you to feel bad. I'm going to take a dive. We're going to get 200 points. That was so classy. Very well done.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you very much indeed. Now then, Bob. Doesn't matter what you score here. You're through to the head-to-head. Anyway, do you want to talk us through that board?
No. The one I'll go for, pencil, which is graphite.
Graphite, says Bob. No red line for the lovely reason that you are already through. Let's see how many of our 100 people said graphite. Graphite is right. Down it goes to 65, takes your total up to 72.
Well played, Bob. Let's fill this board in. The top one, the gemstone, is...
Sapphire.
Sapphire. Yeah, I'm getting it for a 45th anniversary. Would have scored you 70 points. The Great Ape, it is...
Orangutan.
Orangutan. That's a very big score, though, 90 for that. The maize kernels, we all eat them.
Sweet corn.
Sweet corn. Would have scored 52. And the bottom one, it's a big score from our 100, this.
I can't remember what that is.
Well, I always know it as iron pyrite, but it's pyrite.
Pyrite
is the
That's
answer.
Right.
And that would have scored 41.
Thank you very much indeed. Well, we are at the end of our second round. We have to say goodbye to a pair. Scott and Michael, I'm so sorry. This is where we say goodbye to you, but we'll see you again next time. So it's all fine.
Yeah.
But thank you so much in the meantime, Scott and Michael.
Thank you.
But for the remaining two pairs, it is now time for the head-to-head. Congratulations, Mike and Bob, Julia and Tiffany. You are now one step closer to the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, which currently stands at £1,000. Well, you can now start playing as a pair. First pair to win 2 questions in this round will be playing for that jackpot. Very, very best luck to both pairs. Let's play the head-to-head. Here is your first question, and it concerns political husbands. Richard.
Yeah, we're going to show you 5 pictures now of husbands of famous political figures from around the world. Also going to give you the initials of their spouse, but who are the spouses of these people, please?
Thank you very much indeed. Let's reveal our 5 husbands, and here they are. We have A, BB, B, XB, C, MT, D, TM, and E, AM. There we are. And the initials, obviously, are the initials of the spouse. Mike and Bob, you're our low scorers, so you get to go first.
OK, I think we will choose, please, E, and we'll go for Angela Merkel.
E, Angela Merkel. Angela Merkel. Now, Julia and Tiffany, over to you. What are you going to go for?
OK. Go on.
We'll try A, Benazir Bhutto.
A, Benazir Bhutto. So we have Angela Merkel and we have Benazir Bhutto. Mike and Bob went Angela Merkel for E. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that. Angela Merkel is right, scores you 26. Julia and Tiffany, do you know that for a fact, or is that a hunch?
More of a hunch.
Based on the initials?
Yeah.
I think that's exactly the way to play it. Let's see if it's right. Benazir Bhutto, you're saying for A. How many people said it? Is it right? It is Benazir Bhutto. And that wins you the question. Down it goes to 9. Very well done indeed, Julia and Tiffany. After one question, you're up 1-0.
Beautifully played. 2 very good answers there. We will leave B for a moment. C, well, that's Dennis Thatcher, so the answer is...
Margaret Thatcher.
Margaret Thatcher. Not a huge score, actually. 59, but then you realise it's a long time ago, I guess, so, you know, perhaps 59 is understandable. Next up, it is... That's Philip May, who was married to...
Theresa May.
Who used to be,
I think
Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Briefly.
So she was.
Yeah. You remember?
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, that would have scored you more points, actually. It would have scored you 65. And B, that's the husband of the Prime Minister of Luxembourg. And the Prime Minister of Luxembourg is called Xavier Bettel. This gentleman has a much better name. This guy's called Gautier Destiné.
Gautier Destiné and prepare for government.
Exactly.
Yes.
Isn't that a great name?
Yeah.
Gautier Destiné.
Yeah.
Very well done if you said it. It's a pointless answer.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. OK, now here comes your second question. Mike and Bob, you have to win this one to stay in the game. Julia and Tiffany get to answer it first, so best of luck. Our second question today is all about the Lake District. Richard.
Yep, 5 clues relating to people, places or things that have something to do with the Lake District.
Thank you very much. Let's reveal our 5 Lake District clues, and here they come. We have got the first 6 words of Wordsworth's famous poem featuring a host of golden daffodils, author of The Tale of Peter Rabbit, who lived at Hilltop Farm, the 2 words which follow Kendal in the name of a solid white confectionery bar, the town where the Derwent Pencil Museum is situated, and the Cumbrian-born broadcaster and author of The Maid of Buttermere. I'll read those again. The first 6 words of Wordsworth's famous poem featuring a host of golden daffodils, author of The Tale of Peter Rabbit, who lived at Hilltop Farm, the 2 words which follow Kendal in the name of a solid white confectionery bar, the town where the Derwent Pencil Museum is situated, and the Cumbrian-born broadcaster and author of The Maid of Buttermere. There we are. Julia and Tiffany will go first.
Come on, Keswick. I've got to go for the Derwent Pencil Museum. Keswick.
Keswick.
Yep.
For the Pencil Museum. Now then, Mike and Bob, do you fancy talking us through the rest of that board?
The first one.
I don't know.
I don't know the first 6 letters, words. Beatrix Potter is number 2.
Mint cake.
Kendal mint cake is 3. The broadcaster and author of Maid Buttermere, don't know. So we'll go for Kendal mint cake.
Beatrix Potter's going to be easier than
Beatrix Potter then.
OK, you're going to go for Beatrix
Yeah.
Potter. So we have Keswick and we have Beatrix Potter. Julia and Tiffany have gone for Keswick. Let's see if that is right for the Pencil Museum. How many of our 100 people said Keswick? It is Keswick. And that goes down to 14. Very well done indeed, Julia and Tiffany. Mike and Bob, meanwhile, have gone for Beatrix Potter, the author of The Tale of Peter Rabbit. How many of our 100 people said Beatrix Potter? It's right. And that finishes you on 58. And it means very well done indeed. Julia and Tiffany, you came into the head-to-head as underdogs. You go out of it as 2-0 champions through to the final. Very well done.
And how lovely to get through to the final on the Keswick Pencil Museum as well.
I've demoed there.
Have you indeed?
Yeah.
It was very nearly destroyed when a lorry load of rubbers crashed into it. It's quite something. Now, the first 6 words of Wordsworth's famous poem is...
I wandered lonely as a cloud.
Absolutely, 37 points for that. The 2 words which followed Kendal, as you quite rightly thought, were mint cake. It's the biggest scorer up there, though. Would have scored you 63. And the broadcaster and author of The Maid of Buttermere?
Melvyn Bragg.
Melvyn Bragg was the answer, and that would have won you the point as well. 6 points, best answer on the board.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. So the pair leaving us at the end of the head-to-head round, Mike and Bob. Well, until this round, you haven't put a foot wrong. Suddenly, it got all Cumbrian. It all turned very dark here. But you'll be back next time, and you've done so well this show. I'm sure you'll do just as well next show. And it's lovely news for us. It means we get to have you for 2 shows. So we'll look forward to that. Meantime, thanks very much indeed, Mike and Bob.
Thank you.
But for Julia and Tiffany, it is now time for our pointless final. Congratulations, Julia and Tiffany. You've seen off all the competition, and you've won our coveted pointless trophy. You now have a chance to win our pointless jackpot, and at the end of today's show, the jackpot is standing at £1,000. There we are. Very well done indeed.
Yeah.
Very well.
surprised.
So much more satisfying than
That
last
was
time, wasn't
really
it?
fun.
And in that last round, Benazir Bhutto, because they'd taken a decent answer off the board, you kind of had to take that risk.
Yeah.
And BB turns out to have been a perfect risk to have
You
taken.
went BB then HB as well with the pencil
Indeed.
museum.
All of
Very
these.
good.
Yeah. Well done. What do you want to see come up in this last round?
Well, personally, art, rock music.
Maybe geography.
Yeah.
Celebrity children, maybe.
You can do that one.
Knows.
You can do the art.
Anything could come up. Four
Okay.
things will be on the board. Let's hope one of them appeals to you. Today's selection looks like this. We've got Eurovision lyrics, the films of John Mills and family, Mary Queen of Scots, Portuguese football.
What Eurovision lyrics?
What are we thinking?
I'm thinking.
Can we have another four?
Do you want to do Eurovision?
I don't know anything about any of the others.
All right.
Do you?
No. Shall we?
It'll have to be, I think.
Eurovision lyrics.
OK, Eurovision lyrics.
Okay, and you didn't think you'd be saying that at the start
I
of the show, did
didn't,
you?
no.
Yeah, we are essentially going to show you 3 UK winners of Eurovision, and we are looking for any words of 5 letters or more in the lyrics to them. So 5 letters or more in Sandy Shaw's Puppet on a String, 5 letters or more in Brotherhood of Man's Save Your Kisses for Me, or 5 letters or more in Making Your Mind Up by Bucks Fizz. As always, none of the words in the titles, but any other word in those lyrics of 5 letters or more, in Puppet on a String, Save Your Kisses for Me, and Making Your Mind Up. I know everyone at home is singing it in their head as well. I'm sure you are too, so you're no longer listening. I am, you are.
Sorry?
Yeah, exactly. But very best of luck.
Thank you very much indeed. You've got up to a minute to come up with 3 answers. All you need to win the jackpot is for just one of your answers to be pointless. Are you ready?
Yep.
Let's put 60 seconds up on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
So,
Don't know the top
this
one.
is for me.
Don't know the top one.
Making your mind up. Come on, we've sung
You
this.
speed it up, then you got to slow it down.
Indecision.
Indecision. Might be high though.
Indecision.
Trust your inner vision. Inner vision.
Sorry.
Is it inner vision? Or have I just made up my own words? And then Save Your Kisses for Me is 3 is at the end.
3.
Even though you're only 3, yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. Indecision.
Don't cry,
3.
honey. Don't cry, honey.
Honey,
Don't
honey.
cry. I think honey.
Cease. Looking for. Making your mind up.
Okay.
Looking for.
Okay.
I can only get that song in my head.
Okay.
Looking 3.
10 seconds left.
Looking 3 and.
I think we do honey.
Yeah.
Is that when you just said?
Honey, looking, and
Vision. I think it's vision.
vision.
OK, that is your time up. Let's have your 3 answers, please.
Go on then.
Honey.
For which one?
Yes, Save Your Kisses for Me.
OK,
Sorry.
honey.
Honey.
In,
Vision is Making Your Mind Up.
Vision.
looking,
From
making your mind up.
Looking.
Yes.
OK, of those 3, which is your best shot at a pointless answer?
Don't mind.
Looking.
Looking, put last. Least likely to be pointless?
Don't mind.
What did you
Vision.
say? Vision.
Vision.
Yeah.
And then honey goes in the middle.
Yeah.
OK, well, let's put those answers up on the board in that order then, and here they are. We have got vision, honey, and looking. There we are. I don't know. Who knows? Are they good answers? We will find out, but they could easily be pointless answers. If they were, they would win you a jackpot of £1,000. What would you like to do with that, Julia?
We need a new car, so it would go towards that.
Very good. Tiffany?
More tickets to more rock concerts.
Excellent.
Yep.
OK, well, very, very best of luck. 3 answers, as I say. Maybe one of these will turn out to be pointless and will win you that jackpot. Your first answer was vision. In this case, we were looking for words of 5 or more letters in Making Your Mind Up. If vision is pointless, you leave with that jackpot of £1,000. How many people said vision? It's right. That's the first thing it had to be. It now just has to be pointless for you to win that jackpot. Down we go with vision, through into single figures, still going down with vision, still going down to 4. It's a good answer. It's not a pointless answer. So let's move on to your second answer, which is honey. In this case, we're looking for words of 5 letters or more. In Save Your Kisses for Me, honey is your answer. If it's pointless, you leave here with £1,000. How many people said honey? Again, it's right. Your first answer was vision. That took us all the way down to 4. Honey now takes us down through the 20s into the... 18. Clearly, that's one of the standout words in Save Your Kisses for me. So, we are now moving on to your third and final answer, which is looking. In this case, we are back on making your mind up. We're looking for words of 5 letters or more. Let's see how many of our 100 people said looking. If it's pointless, £1,000 is yours. Again, it's right. Vision took us all the way down to 4. Honey took us down to 18. Looking passes 18, still going down, passes 4. You've done it! Superb. Brilliant. Congratulations! Looking was a pointless answer, which means you are going home with that jackpot of £1,000. Brilliant, Julia and Tiffany.
And amazingly, that's the only pointless answer for that entire question. Believe it or not, you would have thought that was one of the more obvious ones. 1 pointless answer for Bucks Fizz. I'll take you through all the correct answers, but I'll do them in reverse order, and we'll write an entirely new song. So at the top, it's speed. So speed. Got it, indecision, around, behind. Believe. Change money. Something comes. Everybody's in at others, chance vision. Decide, gonna there another before rules trust. You're about arrived. Bending night. Really right. Think, times, looking. That's that in order.
Very nice.
That's how they should have done it. Puppet on a string, now, never, where's. I'll take you through all the answers there and we'll go in reverse order again. This is an even better song. Wander madly, gladly, leading tomorrow, ground feeling. There, your merry-go-round, roundabout. Doubt swings, put in strings, never wears. That's Puppet on String, Sandy Shaw. 4 pointless answers for the Brotherhood Man one, cause that's your You've is a pointless answer. The song for the Brotherhood of Man one is less fun. Honey's the biggest scorer. Honey, everything it starts, and Thinking Impossible hurts, but then it gets less fun. But so I won't go through the whole thing. But that's a good way to win the next Eurovision.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
I think
take
you've just
songs
done it.
we've already had and then choose the most popular words in order and just say that.
It works.
It does.
It works nicely, right?
Very nicely.
Yeah.
Well, there we are. Thank you very much indeed, Richard. And thanks once again to our winning players, Julia and Tiffany, who take away today's jackpot of £1,000. Very well done. Join us next time when we'll be putting more obscure knowledge to the test on Pointless. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.